Okay, we've had some calls on that video we did, that old video on how we got Kentucky into snaring. And people were wondering how come my snares don't kill animals. Well, we made our own locks. This is a lock. And we made it, it's got the right bend in it, so it as long as they're pulling, it gets tight. But as soon as they quit pulling, it just pops open sometimes. It doesn't stay tight. It's a relaxing snare. And plus, we put a deer stop on them, so it can only close so tight. In case a deer steps in there, their foot just slips right back out. And it also didn't get tight on the fox's neck. And so there was nothing to choke them. All it did is hold them till we got there. And this is the way I rig my snares. I use a number 9 wire. I nail it to the ground. I got a swivel on top, swivel on the bottom. And after Christmas, we can usually start using 10-inch nails. And some of you southern guys might laugh, but that'll hold a moose, usually by the 1st of the year. And a buddy of mine made a puller. I've had to add on to it 3 times, weld extensions on it because it keeps wearing out, but we use this for a pry bar to pry out everything out of the frozen ground. Okay, what I use on coyotes now, couple different kinds. One is a cam lock, which is unforgiving. It gets tight and it doesn't relax. I guess you can buy restraining snares. I've never bought one. These are killer snares. They got a spring to help it tighten on the coyote's neck. And then we got one here that I use. It's also got a spring and a ratchet. Every time that coyote hits the end, it goes 1 click tighter, and it doesn't back off. It just keeps getting 1 click tighter every time they hit the end of the snare. And that's what North Dakota likes us to use. I suppose you could use a restraint one here if you wanted to. I don't put these anywhere where somebody might pheasant hunt, because they're not friendly to dogs either if you don't have a cable cutter. And then I spray paint my snares. I boil them in baking soda, and then I let them dry, and then I paint them duck boat green. And it seems to blend in really good. Sometimes I can't find them until they got me by the foot. And I have sprayed them tan too, to be the color of cattails. But this seems to work just as good, because a lot of times the snow is what tells us it's time to quit snaring, not the time of year. But this, I really like this color, and it works good. And I just want to throw this out there for you guys to trap muskrats. When we were in the live fox business, we tried rubber jawed traps, Victor soft catch. We tried them for coyotes, we tried them for fox, and they worked, except the skunks chewed the rubber out. So I always had to replace the rubber on them, and it was kind of a pain. But that's best muskrat trap in the world. They got 1/3 of an inch of rubber. They don't cut. I don't think they would even twist off in them. And it's a nice big pan. I think it's the best muskrat trap ever made. Now that's just my opinion. You don't really need this extra spring here on muskrats, but till they get down the drowning hole. But I really like them, and I might do a little bit of a video on them this spring if we ever get to start beaver trapping. So just something I thought I'd throw at you. If you've got any of these laying around, try them. You'll like them. So that's it for now. We're going to have an old beaver trapping video coming out soon. It's 37 years old, but you might get a kick out of it.